a house in Malibu on the beach. Jimmy Iovine was down here. Suge had a house. The backyard literally was the ocean. Like, that's how beautiful it was.
Wow.
And we used to sit in his living room, and he said to us, he read a letter. A letter of some ladies like, Pac, it was weird, because she was like, you need to leave death row now. Your life is in danger. Something going to happen to you if you don't leave, and everything going to come falling down. And after Pac read it, he's like, what y'all think about that? That's weird, right? I remember like vividly. And he was like...
Where were you guys at this moment?
We was in Malibu.
Okay.
Yeah, we was in Malibu. And then from that, he just started going on to like talking about life. You know what I mean? And I remember at that time when I used to hear the ocean, like splash, subhanAllah, I used to hate that sound.
Really?
So I told Pac, I was like, we all doing this whole conversation, I said, man, I hate that sound. It's like, I can't even sleep hearing the ocean. And Pac was like, move, because you need to find an inner peace in yourself. He's like, you must not have an inner peace if the sound of God, the nature that God created is affecting you. And I remember that's the first time I started thinking, like, maybe he's right. Like, damn, if I'm angry when I hear the ocean, and then Pac started talking, he's like, I remember at one point in my time, I used to be bitter and I used to be unhappy. And now that I'm starting to see my success in the music industry, I want to live to enjoy this. You know, understand? And a couple months later, unfortunately, he died. So for me, I started reflecting on these conversations. And I think these are some of the things that started to plant the seeds in my heart towards Islam without me even knowing it. You understand? Without me even knowing it.
How's it going, my people? This is your boy Wired Up, and welcome to another episode of Wired Up TV. Hope you guys got your hands on the steering wheel and keeping your eyes on that road. Don't let go of that steering wheel, because if you do, you're going to crash. And if you crash, you're going to have bills and all kinds of stuff to do. That's how life is. Okay? You got to make sure you're staying on that road. Don't get distracted by any birds. Don't get distracted by any deer walking on the side, grazing on the grass. Keep your eyes on the road and get to where you need to get to. Guys, you heard it himself. This is proof. More proof for the doubters that Wired Up TV has been telling you guys all along. That's right. That Tupac is alive. Now, this is how he knew. This lady that got in contact with Tupac is how he found out who, when, where, and how they were going to try to murder this man. And Tupac had to hurry up and get the heck out of Dodge or out of Vegas. Okay? The hit, or supposedly the hit, on September 7th, 1996 was all fake. It was all fake. Tupac Shakur hired actors. He hired photographers. And he did a lot of stuff to confuse the authorities. He made it seem like there was plentiful possibilities of what could have happened, and confused them for a little bit. Just enough time to give him to get out of here. Now, many people debate where he touched down first. That's up for debate. We're not here to talk about that now. That can be talked about later. Not now. Tupac got in contact with this lady. And he was trying to tell the Outlaws and Muta subtly what was going to happen. That's why he asked them, what do you guys think about that? He wanted to see if he could tell them. Okay? Then after that, he started talking to Muta about religion and about his anger issues and all this stuff. Okay? There is an interview out there where Muta says the same thing, except he said that Tupac was talking a lot about the Muslim religion, and he thinks he went out like a Muslim. Okay? Napoleon also goes on to say in this interview that that's what made things start clicking in his head. Guys, like I told you before, you have to listen to these people and what they say. They're not going to come right out and tell you Tupac is alive and where he's at. They don't want to be the front page news. They don't want to hear anything from the family. They don't want to be called snitches because if Tupac were to be discovered, what if he gets killed? What if he gets arrested? They don't want to be the cause of that. You guys have to use your head, okay? but they tell you subtly. All right? It's common sense, guys. Listen to these people. They make these interviews for his fans and to calm us. They give us these stories. All right? He flat out basically told you in a roundabout way how he found out they were trying to kill him. Okay? And Tupac was trying to tell them subtly, but they were too young, too naive, maybe drunk, maybe high. Sometimes the times get you caught up. I'm not judging nobody, man. All right? I smoke my weed. But sometimes, you know, when you're high and shit, you ain't trying to think about all that deep shit. You just want to relax. Who knows what could have happened? Why they didn't register in their head what Pac was trying to tell them. But he was. Now that they're older, they're starting to realize it. That's why Mopreme has came out and said Tupac's alive. Okay? That's why Suge Knight came out and said it. That's why Tretch came out and said it. That's why all these people have came out and said it. Okay? Because Pac fooled everybody. He had to get out. And he knew if he told too many people, it would mess up his plan. All right? You guys have to listen and do your own research. When somebody tells you something, analyze it. Okay? Don't believe everything to the T. Sometimes people are trying to give you hints. Just like when you go right up and I know you guys have homeboys that used to sell bud or drugs, you know what I'm saying? And you go up to them and you ask them, hey man, did you used to sell bud? And they'll tell you something subtly, like, man, I used to do some crazy stuff. Or they'll wink or smile. People don't just come flat right out and tell you, especially people from the streets. They're very paranoid and very distrusting of the police. You guys have to read between the lines. And you guys have to be your own person. Do your own thinking. Send any information you got to wireduptv4you@gmail.com. wireduptv4you@gmail.com. We have just proven again that Tupac is alive. And this is how he knew that they were going to try to kill him. September the 7th, 1996 was all a fake. Tupac plotted it, and it was a genius idea. Long live Machiavelli the Don. Keep your head up, be yourself, don't be afraid to be laughed at, and always stay wired up. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.